Hey there. Do you dare? If you're into true crime, the paranormal, mysteries, and everything in between, check out Do You Dare? It's a podcast where siblings Emily and Kian Dare dive into the cases that fascinate and unsettle them. They take turns picking the stories, true crime, ghostly encounters, unsolved mysteries, and share all the details with each other and you. Plus, you'll hear the occasional cameo from Emily's dog Kylo and his squeaky toy. If you're looking for something intriguing, creepy, and a little bit fun, give Do You Dare a listen wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, come back next week, if you dare. Canadian Creepies is recorded on the traditional lands of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe peoples, under the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. These lands and waters have been cared for since long before Canada existed, and they remain deeply important to Indigenous communities today. As we tell stories about darkness, injustice, and memory, I want to acknowledge the very real histories of colonization, violence, and erasure that Indigenous peoples continue to endure. A land acknowledgement can't undo that harm, but it is a reminder to keep listening, learning, and supporting in truth and reconciliation in meaningful ways. We share these stories not to forget, but to shine light, always with respect for peoples and nations whose land we live on. Canadian Creepies covers true crime, dark history, and disturbing events. Some episodes may include graphic descriptions or sensitive subject matter. We do our best to handle every story with care and respect for those affected. That said, we sometimes use humor and sarcasm as a way to process heavy content, never to disrespect victims, survivors, or their families. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome back to another episode of Canadian Creepies. I am your co-host, Valerie.
And I'm Amanda Joy. What up?
The other co-host.
Yeah.
We're doing part 2 of some the greatest unsolved Canadian mysteries. Source is Reader's Digest.
Yes, indeed.
We love a good Reader's Digest. But before
I love a good list.
Yes. Yeah, a listicle. That's what they're called. A list, an article.
That's how, there was an article I had read recently about how, that's how BuzzFeed became famous initially, because they had so many lists and people were like, yeah, lists.
Tell me more lists. Tell us your favorite list. Okay, so 2 things. Number 1, I got a comment on TikTok about Evelyn Dick, episode 4, about the socialite who killed her husband in Hamilton.
I love me a good for her story.
Yeah. But it's not. She was kind of shady in her whole thing. Anyway, so that's episode 4, but...
Women in Mansfield.
Women in STEM. This commenter said, I lived 2 streets over from her home, so from Evelyn Dick's home, and the original shed is still there, and the people living there had no idea about what had taken place in their home. Because it was probably so many years after they probably didn't have to disclose. In case anyone's wondering, I'm always drinking soda water.
Always. I love it.
The next one I had... just circling back to the far-right connection to Niagara's pedophile protests.
Oh, and the Second Sons.
Yes. Yeah, we're circling back to that. But
white supremacy.
The source is the Welland Tribune.
Okay.
So a newspaper, a Welland newspaper.
And that is where that case did happen.
Originate, yeah. And the reporter is Bill Sawchuk, and... the tagline is a self-proclaimed white nationalist is leading demonstrations over a horrific sexual assault of a toddler in Welland. And this was from October 2026, so very recently.
White nationalist is how they're framing it.
Yeah.
Instead of...
White supremacist. But same thing. But
It just sounds tidier.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
I don't like that.
No. And then there's a photo of a biker gang. And again, I'm not going to name the people, but it said, Welland resident leads a motorcycle convoy on Church Street in St. Catharines. The bikers joined a protest in front of the courthouse to show support for a young sexual assault victim. A second son sticker can be seen on the bikes fairing. And then the article, not the whole article, just the first two paragraphs, I'm going to quote here. A Welland man who is helping lead an anti-pedophile community safety group is also sharing Nazi propaganda and white nationalist ideas online.
I think it's disgusting that he's trying to capitalize on this tragedy.
Yeah, what the fuck? And all these like unknowing people. Or are they white supremacists? No.
I think there's some... I have seen some of my friends on Facebook sharing like that they've attended the protests and stuff, and these people I think are very, from what I know of them, are very naive to
who they are.
Yeah.
And naive to the dangers of white supremacy and
how they operate,
and probably naive to the fact that immigrants or isn't the cause of anybody's issue.
No.
Right. Okay.
Epstein's Island was predominantly white males, not immigrants. Just a
saying,
reminder.
Just saying. Yeah.
The Catholic Church,
predominantly white
men, not immigrants.
Yeah. Well, Italian immigrants.
Well,
just kidding.
Still,
no, don't come for me, Italians. Don't do it. Don't fucking clip this. I love Italians. A Welland. Oh, I read that. So the name of the person who proclaimed himself as a white nationalist on the social media site X in April followed that post with one in June that said he wants to make Canada white again.
That's a proclamation.
Yeah.
Oh, my
You shouldn't follow these people.
My word. You know what's funny?
This country would cease to exist if it was all white. Would cease to exist. It would crumble. We need all our...
For those of you who don't understand how immigration works
break
and
it
why
down.
it is
Break it
necessary,
down, Queen.
If we aren't having babies, the birth rates have decreased. And especially with the baby boomers who are going to... pass in
to put it lightly,
in
nicely,
occurring decades, we are going to see a decrease in our population.
Yeah.
And if there is a decrease in our population, there is a decrease in taxes, which means there would be a decrease in funding. You need immigrants to come in to help boost the economy financially, because we need bodies in order to boost the economy and keep the economy going. So if we're not having babies and we're dying off, somebody has to.
Yeah, somebody has to have the babies. I'm a one and done gal myself. I had one.
I'm a none and done.
You did not. I had one.
I have a stepson, and that's
good.
With
that's
me.
Great. Okay, should we dive into?
Sure. I dig it.
I was gonna say I also have a stepson, but Elliot's not my stepson. My son's brother, but he calls me mom too. That's how cute of a little blended family we are. So is he my stepson?
That's
I don't know.
Healthy blended family. You know,
that's a vein of stepson. But
yes.
Kyle would have to have a child for me to be a stepmother. Okay, do we talk about the Silent Castaway?
We did talk about the Silent Castaway. I think that's where we left off.
That's where we left off. Okay. Do you want to start or should I start?
You can start. I'm down with whatever. I'm just easy flowing going.
Okay. This next, or I suppose in this episode, first greatest unsolved Canadian mystery is the Skylight Caper. Hilarious.
I like the names that they come up
That's
with,
amazing.
Right?
Yeah. In the early hours of Labor Day 1972, 3 men met under the cup. Hear that? Men. Bet they were white. 3 men met under the cover of darkness outside the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. See, if you want something done, you should always trust a French Canadian.
I think this is like the 4th episode you've said that. I love it.
I'm really trying to get those French Canadians.
We're going to make
That's good.
Sustainable t-shirts.
That's fucking right. You want something
slogan.
done? Trust a French Canadian. Okay. They pulled black ski masks over their faces and prepared to commence the largest art heist in Canadian history. Come on. P.S. This is going to come out the day before Halloween.
Yeah.
So I could tell you what I'm going to be for Halloween this year because I saw it on TikTok the other day and I thought, that's what I'm doing.
Pray tell.
Okay, I'm going to be one of the guys who robbed the Louvre.
Oh. So they posted pictures of, I was literally just talking about this with John before I came over because there was pictures of them that popped up on my social media and everyone's like, they're so handsome. And I was like, I scanned the comments and I was like, how has nobody said that this guy looks like Chase Crawford?
Yeah.
He looks like the Deep. Like,
Hold on, I have to Google him. Who's Chase Crawford?
from Gossip Girl.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's like a no-name brand version of Chase Crawford.
Yeah, he's like an off-brand.
Yeah.
It's a Walmart version. Okay. They pulled black ski masks over their Chase Crawford faces and prepared to commence the largest art heist in Canadian history. To begin, one man climbed a tree and jumped onto the museum's roof, where he lowered a ladder to his co-conspirators. Didn't the Louvre guys do something very similar?
Well, so was the ladder already on the roof?
Okay, wait. Climbed a tree and jumped to the where he lowered a ladder to...
Because how are you getting up that tree with a ladder?
The ladder must have already been on the roof.
Been.
Yeah. They proceeded to a skylight that was under repair. The ladder was on the roof. One of the panes of glass had been replaced by a plastic sheet and slid down a 15-meter rope into the gallery. Once inside, the thieves overpowered 3 night guards and left them bound and gagged in the museum's lecture hall. That's terrifying. They then stalked the halls in search of their loot. 18 canvases, including Rembrandt's Landscape with Cottages, worth roughly $20 million today, and 39 pieces of jewelry, including an 18th century gold watch. Wow. The robbers were in and out within 30 minutes, but the search for the pieces they pilfered continues to this day. 2 items, a pendant and a Bruegel painting, were ransomed to police in the months following the heist. But the rest remain at large, as do the burglars. No suspects were named, and no charges were ever laid.
Like, what did you do with this stuff?
Sold it in the black market.
You would think at some point
It was
someone
the
would
70s.
be like,
It was the 70s.
yeah.
If you're doing that, you're already a part of a network. You were hired to do that.
And it sounds like it was an inside job too, because how did you know that there was construction going on and what that panel had been replaced with, and that there would be a ladder left up there? Inside job. I'm calling it.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I guess they didn't have enough evidence or to
suspicion, because I would imagine, like they do in most cases, although the police have been known to do shoddy work across the globe.
As we know. As is par for the course.
They would have interviewed the staff.
And they all would have had good alibis, I guess.
Except for the 3 night guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it was the 3 night guards and they just bound and gagged themselves. No.
I don't know.
I take it back.
Let's talk about some ghost ships of the Great Lakes.
Ooh.
French explorer René Robert Cavelier.
Oh, I love that name.
Right?
RRC.
Ooh.
I'd be like, yo, what up, RRC?
Isn't that a cola company or RC?
RC is the cola company.
Yeah. Has made many claims to fame. He's claimed the state of Louisiana. He was one of the first Europeans to travel the Mississippi and Ohio rivers. His most mysterious legacy, however, is Le Griffon, the ship he lost on the Great Lakes.
Ooh.
How do you lose a ship?
I don't know.
On a lake. I mean, the Great Lakes are massive.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Lakes are big.
The Great Lakes are fucking huge.
They're big.
In 1679, he sailed the Griffin from Niagara Falls. What up?
Hey.
to an island near modern-day Green Bay, Wisconsin, where he traded with its indigenous inhabitants.
Okay.
Eager to explore the area, he disembarked and ordered his crew to return to Niagara with loads of fur. This was the last time Cavalier or anyone saw Le Griffin. So, like, the whole crew
He
vanished?
stayed there?
Suspicious.
He disembarked and ordered his crew to return to Niagara, and that was the last time. So the ship died on the lakes with everyone.
You would think.
Or they just went...
Which lake is the deepest?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm asking Google.
And which lake is connected to Wisconsin?
Lake Superior is the deepest of the Great Lakes.
I thought so. I couldn't remember if it was Superior or Michigan.
Which lake connects Niagara to Wisconsin?
Because you would think at some point you'd see it.
The Great Lakes connect Niagara to Wisconsin with Lake Erie.
Okay, I figured that.
Being the closest connection to Niagara. From Lake Erie, ships can travel through the Welland Canal to Lake Ontario, then via the St. Lawrence River to the Atlantic to reach Wisconsin.
So it doesn't pass through
Lake Superior.
Superior. Because if it was Superior, I could say, okay, it sank, and that's why they haven't been able to find it, because it's so deep.
It's so deep.
But Lake Ontario or Lake Erie, I mean, they're deep, but they're not.
This was also in 1679, so maybe nobody's even properly searched for it. You know, they wouldn't have had divers in 1679 to go down with.
Yeah. But since then, no trace of it. Right?
Well, maybe the wood all rotted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since then, many historians have put forward their own theories to explain the ship's disappearance.
Let's hear about them.
The crew made off with their wares.
I think that's what happened.
I think so, too.
They were like,
kind of
fuck you.
Yeah. And a local tribe captured and burned. That would also explain. They burned the ship.
Yeah.
Because that's why you wouldn't have seen it. It wouldn't be in the lakes for it to be discovered.
That's right.
Or the boat was wrecked on Manitoulin Island. Manitoulin, thank you.
You're welcome.
But none of these hypotheses have satisfied modern mythbusters, and the search for Le Griffin continues.
Wow. Maybe we'll do more of an episode on that one. Or ghost ships.
Yes.
That'd
I think
be a good
I do
one.
have a few
I was
on
gonna say that'd be a good one for you.
my list.
This next one I do want to do a full-size episode on.
Yes,
It's on the list. It's on the list.
This one is
But we'll do a little
cool.
We'll do a little taste right now.
Yeah.
So this is the Redpath Mansion murders.
Dun, dun, dun.
In June 1901, gunshots rang out from behind the doors of Redpath Manor, home to Montreal's famous family of sugar barons. Okay, the heads of sugar.
Yeah.
Minutes later, the blood-soaked bodies of Ada Maria, 59, and her 26-year-old son, Clifford, were discovered by her other son, Peter.
See, I heard it was the daughter, not the son.
Well, this is Reader's Digest.
Yeah, I heard it was a daughter named Jenna.
Oh. Where's your source, though?
YouTube.
Okay.
Oh.
I think it was probably Clifford.
Yeah.
The coroner and a family physician determined that Clifford accidentally fired. You probably got that off of YouTube, that AI'd something.
You know what? It sounded very AI'd, and I remember while listening to it, I was like, this sounds very, very AI.
Made up Jennifer. Okay. The coroner and a family physician determined that Clifford accidentally fired during a seizure and then turned the gun on himself. The official account is plausible. If it's true that Clifford had epilepsy, no record of him having the condition exists prior to this event. So the coroner decided that Clifford shot his mom while he was having a seizure and then shot himself.
That's a very drastically different story than what I've heard.
Well, maybe there are different theories. This is why we'll do a full episode on it. Over a century later, mystery shrouds the two Redpath family deaths. Police were never called, and both bodies were buried within 48 hours. Rumors spread about other potential suspects, including Ada Maria's daughter, Amy, who
Not Jenna.
who likely stood to inherit a chunk of the family fortune. Today, researchers suspect the coroner's account was devised to protect the wealthy family's privacy, not reveal the truth.
See, the story that I heard was that, like, Peter was there. The son Peter was in the house, and it was the mother, Ava, and then the daughter, Jenna, and they thought it was a murder-suicide. Like, they said that Jenna was not well.
Yeah.
But that she, like, and when they thought it was murder-suicide, they were basically like, well, case closed, and didn't do any sort of investigation in it whatsoever. Just closed the books. There was no autopsies, like, not even an official, like, here's what the gun was.
Right.
But Jenna had arthritis, and her hands were, like, deformed and crippled. So how did she shoot the gun?
Yeah.
And that Peter stood to inherit everything. That's a very different story
Very
than what
different.
I'm going to go with what
Very
Reader's Digest
different.
is saying, because it did sound very AI, and I remember thinking that when I was listening to it and being like, this sounds like it was written by somebody who was not human.
Yeah. Okay, this next one sounds very interesting. You. Yeah, you. Still haunting the same old fast fashion? Time to dig up something better with Back from the Dead Goods, a Canadian small business where forgotten threads get a second life and sustainability meets spooky. This isn't just upcycled clothing. It's resurrected fashion with an eerie edge. Handpicked, reworked, and revived, every piece is as unique as a ghost story whispered at midnight. And because you're a part of the Canadian Creepies family, you get an exclusive deal. Use code Canadian Creepies at checkout for 10% off. Find them lurking on Instagram, Etsy, and Poshmark. Links are in the episode description. Give your wardrobe a second chance at life, if you dare. Support reproductive justice in Niagara. Niagara Reproductive Justice is a grassroots collective based in the Niagara Region of Ontario, working to increase visibility and access to sexual and reproductive health care. They support people seeking abortion and other essential care by offering transportation, financial assistance, logistical help, and emotional support. Here's how you can help. You can make a one-time donation. Send an e-transfer to niagarareproductivejustice@gmail.com. Your support helps cover costs like gas for volunteer drivers, overnight stays, childcare, and other urgent needs. You can also support monthly via Patreon. Join their Patreon and support the cause month to month. It's patreon.com/Niagara Reproductive Justice. And you can volunteer your time. NRJ is always looking for volunteers to help with driving, outreach, admin support, and community organizing. If you're looking to make a real impact in the Niagara region, this is a great place to start. Contact them via email or DM them on Instagram or Facebook to learn more. You can find them on Instagram at Niagara Reproductive Justice and on Facebook at Niagara Reproductive Justice. Help amplify access to reproductive care right here in our own backyard. Whether you donate, volunteer, or spread the word, you're a part of the movement. Hey creeps, it's Valerie here, and if you're anything like us, you love capturing a moment, whether it's spooky, sweet, or somewhere delightfully in between. Let me introduce you to our go-to for stunning shots, Darkroom Photography, based right here in the heart of the Niagara region. Mel, the brilliant eye behind the lens, is a lifestyle and creative photographer who brings a little bit of magic and maybe a touch of mystery to every session. She's got all her prices listed right on her website, super transparent, no tricks, and she runs killer seasonal specials around Mother's Day, Halloween, Christmas, and more. I'm telling you, her Halloween sessions, creepy perfection. So, if you're in the Niagara area and looking to capture memories that are hauntingly beautiful, hit up Mel at mel@darkroomphotography.ca or check out her work at www.darkroomphotography.ca. That's Darkroom Photography, where your memories come to life, even in the dark. Looking for your next obsession? The Creators Collective Podcasts is your gateway to the dark, the chilling, and the downright fascinating. We're a community of independent podcasts with one goal: to share the best in true crime, paranormal tales, folklore, and unexplained mysteries. Whether you crave cold cases that won't stay closed, haunted histories that refuse to be forgotten, or stories that make you sleep with the lights on, there's a show waiting for you in the collective. And when you join us, you're not just listening to one podcast. You're stepping into a world of of creators who love this stuff as much as you do. Check out the Creators Collective today. Follow the link in our show notes to discover your next favorite podcast. We'll be waiting for you. All right, creeps, real quick. If you've got a Canadian business or project that you want to reach our spooky little corner of the podcast world, we've got ad space available on Canadian Creepies. And hey, if you're an artist, activist, podcast host, musician, writer, content creator, actor, or just someone with a strange or chilling story to tell, we'd love to hear from you too. We're always open to collaborations with folks who vibe with our creepy, curious little corner of Canada. Email us at canadiancreepiespodcast@gmail.com and let's get weird together.
Oh, the Toonie truck heist.
We have to do a full episode on that too.
We do. And I did try to look into this before I came here. And again, just doing a quick little YouTube search while I was getting ready. And I couldn't find anything on this.
Oh my God.
So when I have a second, I will do a deeper dive on this. But
I'm adding it to the list right now.
I love it. The Canadian $2 coin debuted in February of 1996. And 5 months later, $3 million worth of newly minted currency was stolen from CN's two courtyard in Montreal. The biggest coin theft in Canadian history ran smoothly and in broad daylight.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
As thieves drove a truck containing 15 million toonies out of an emergency exit. The abandoned truck was later located, but the money was gone. Authorities would not say whether it was an inside job, which makes me think it absolutely was an inside job.
Yeah.
And they had suspicions. They just didn't want to
make the public panic.
Yeah. Or raise suspicion to their suspects.
Yeah.
There were many similar trucks in the lot that day, which were among the fact that the coins were unmarked, made apprehending the guilty parties unlikely. Still, Montreal's police chief put out a national alert for anyone making major purchases with a whole lot of pocket change. What I do know about this...
If anybody is paying in more than 10 toonies...
If they're buying a new car...
In toonies... If that down payment is in toonies,
right? Oh, that new house. Does it seem suspicious that it's paid for in rolled coin?
No, I've been saving for years.
Here's my empty jug of coins.
Look, there were coins in here.
From what I understand, none of the coins have ever been found.
Wow.
I mean, I know they were unmarked.
And it happened in 1996 too?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, they're cooked. We're cooked. We're never getting those. We're never finding that out. Those are gone and spent. Those are in circulation.
You know what? I gotta say, that's smart.
Super smart.
Super smart.
Super smart. Not that we condone anything like that.
No, but
we don't condone it.
I have to give props where props are due.
Gotta give it. Okay, this next one, The Vanished Village.
This one is on the Down the Crooked Path list.
Good, great.
Yes.
Love that. On a frigid, no, I went to put one on your list the other day because I was like, whatever. And it was already on there.
You are more than welcome to if you come across
And you
things.
can put one on mine too.
I dig it. I do have a little section right below all of mine where I'm like, these might make good for Val and I to do together.
Yeah, you can just throw them right on the list.
Transfer them over.
That's right. Okay. On a frigid day in 1930, on a frigid November day, in 1930, a fur trapper named Joe LaBelle arrived at a tiny town on the shore of Angikuni Lake in modern-day Nunavut. Having visited before, LaBelle knew the village to be a lively community of tents and huts, a great place to trade.
I like the voice.
Or spend the night. Except on this particular day, the settlement was deserted. As LaBelle tiptoed, I was done with that. As LaBelle tiptoed through the vacant village, he noticed strange signs. A meal had been abandoned in mid-preparation. Food, clothes, and weapons had been left behind. Most disturbingly, several sled dogs had starved to death and were lying beside graves that had been emptied. Ooh!
Emptied graves.
Why?
Is so unsettling.
It's spooky.
Where did the bodies go?
Where are they? An RCMP investigation concluded that the approximately 30 Inuit inhabitants had departed 8 weeks before LaBelle arrived. Officers had no idea where the Inuit went or what happened to them. Some theories blame the Wendigo.
Love me a good Wendigo story.
Right? An antlered human-eating monster, rumored to lurk nearby, while others entertain the idea, rumored to lurk nearby. While others entertain the idea of an alien abduction. Meanwhile, skeptics suggest this unsolved Canadian mystery is a hoax, arguing that the first official record of the event, an article in a Manitoba newspaper, was an early example of fake news, burnished by decades of retelling.
So kind of like those tabloid magazines where it's like Elvis Presley's baby born to alien faking Canadian residency.
Yes. Or they just didn't want to look into it because it's Indigenous peoples.
Yeah. I think that's probably
I hate to burst anyone's
especially
bubble. Since
it was 1930.
Yeah. I don't think the RCMP and in Nunavut.
Yeah. Sadly,
they wouldn't have had the resources. Or the patience.
Or the care. Sad to say.
We don't condone that.
No.
We care.
The Ill-Fated Lovers.
Nice.
In August 1993, Kimberly Lockyer, who was 29, and Dale Worthman, who was 30, vanished. The young couple told no one where they went because by every indication they intended to return. Their car was still parked outside their basement apartment in Portugal Cove, St. Philip's, Newfoundland, and inside fresh bread sat in the toaster and the fridge was fully stocked. They left behind their wallets, IDs, and cash. Police interviewed family, friends, taxi companies, and airlines, but nobody knew a thing. Tips trickled in from the public, but they were all dead ends. Years passed and the case grew cold. If Lockyer or Worthman were alive, they were gone. Then in July of 2006, Worthman's friend Joey Oliver, I love a name that's two first names.
Right.
He went to police, racked by a guilty conscience. He claimed that he had lured the couple into the woods outside St. John's that long ago summer at the behest of his accomplice, Shannon Murin.
Wow.
Oliver believed that Murin simply wanted to shake women down for a drug debt, but the situation took a grim turn. And according to Oliver, Murin shot both Worthman and Lockyer.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Following Oliver's directions, the police found 2 bodies in a single grave. That's unsettling.
Right?
Oliver pled guilty to manslaughter and was sentenced to 15 years, but he maintained that he was not the killer. While the Crown believed he hadn't pulled the trigger, they couldn't corroborate his claim that Murin did it. For his part, Murin denied any involvement in the killings. He insisted that Oliver tried to frame him because he was an easy target. He had been previously charged but acquitted for another murder. So who really killed Dale and Kimberly? Unless one of these men changes their stories, we may never know.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one.
For his part, Murin denied in the killings. He insists that Oliver tried because he was an easy target.
I think they both did it.
They both did it.
They both of them did it.
They did it together. I think there's truth to it, like, getting away from them as well. You know, I think that's what happens in most of these cases. Something gets away from someone.
Yes.
Because you can't predict how somebody's going to react to being robbed.
Yeah.
You know, or you don't know if somebody's going to go into fight or flight.
Yeah.
And you truly don't know if you're going to be able to, like, restrain that person.
Fight, flight,
or freeze.
Fawn or freeze.
Oh, yeah, or fawn or freeze, yeah. Okay, the wrecked plane. In 1959, John Diefenbaker, citing high costs, axed development of the Avro Aerojet, even destroying prototypes and blueprints. In 2011, an intact aero ejection seat was discovered in the UK, reigniting rumors that one plane survived and was smuggled out. That's it.
This one is I know a little bit about this one.
Okay.
So there were 5 of these planes that were made with a 6th in development. And they had like the heads of aerospace dynamics, like engineers, like the creme de la creme working on this. It was supposed to be like revolutionary technology reaching Mach 2 speeds, which was like something that hadn't been done. Cold War conspiracies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the prime minister came in and was like, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
And just pulled all the funding, and all of the employees were like, the fuck?
Like,
why?
okay. Yeah.
And it's launched all sorts of conspiracy theories as to why he did this.
Right.
One of them being like it was the Cold War and there was the space race happening where they were trying to beat Sputnik and Russia and all that stuff. And NASA had just been formed by the United States. So a big part of it is they think that he was bribed by the states to axe the department so that NASA could poach technically the minds from that project, because a lot of them did go over and work with NASA on the Apollo projects.
Okay.
I don't know about this one, because this was the time and era where conspiracy theories ran rampant everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it was a decade and change after World War II had finished. So everyone's like, where's Hitler? Did he actually die? And then after that you had Roswell, which really amped up the distrust between government and the
people,
the civilians, like the people. Yeah.
People.
And then after that you had the moon landing and everyone was like, this is fake. It was directed by Stanley Kubrick. So I don't
He
know.
accidentally puts that on his resume.
Politics are weird. I definitely think it was politically motivated.
Yeah.
But I don't know about conspiracy theory on this one. This one, we have to look into this one more.
Okay.
I dig it. The Outlaw's Gold. There are persistent rumors that American outlaw Jesse James fled to Ontario after robbing a Wells Fargo train in 1870, that he assumed a fake identity and buried his loot in the hills atop the small township named Mulmer. Despite much searching, however, no treasure has ever been found.
None ever.
I should ask John about this because he's a diehard Jesse James fan.
You should ask John about that. I was writing that last one down on our list.
I dig it.
Where's Mulmer?
Somewhere in Ontario.
Shout out if you're from Mulmer. I'm gonna Google Maps it right now. It is 2 hours away from here. And it is near...
We should go looking for this buried treasure.
It's near Collingwood.
Okay.
It's like inland of Collingwood.
Road trip?
To Mulmer. Go find the treasure in Mulmer.
John and Kyle would be like, okay.
All right. Okay. The Artist Who Done It. And we've actually talked about this one.
We have. Like the Down the Crooked Path episode.
So you can find this one, Down the Crooked Path. It's called Tom Thomson. Tom Thomson was last seen alive on July 8th, 1917, as he set off to fish Canoe Lake in Algonquin Provincial Park. His body surfaced over a week later with a bruise on his head and fishing line wrapped around his ankle. No one knows whether it was an accident, suicide, or murder.
Yeah, there's all sorts of theories as to...
Tons of theories.
Who could have murdered him if it was a murder.
And why?
Because people had seen like his canoe flipped over and then didn't report it for like a week. And then when they did, they went and searched the area and didn't find anything. But then his body was found in that exact area, like just randomly. So people are like, how the fuck did you not see it the first time around? It was not hidden. Like it wasn't in like reeds or anything. And why did it take this other guy so long to report this overturned canoe that he knew belonged to
Tom
Thomson?
Yeah. Wild.
Trey confusing.
Trey.
The Confederate Assassination. I love these titles.
Yeah, they're good.
The father of Confederation, Thomas Darcy McGee, which is a name.
That's a name and a half.
Was shot dead April 7th, 1868. The presumed assassin, Patrick James Whelan, was later hung but maintained his innocence, saying that he knew who pulled the trigger but didn't want to go down as a snitch.
Wow.
Loyal to the end.
That's loyalty.
I do like how this article got less and less detailed. Like, lower down we went.
I know.
The author was probably like, I'm tired of writing this.
I know. Who wrote it?
Wrap this up.
Like, okay, this is enough of these now.
Oh, there were two?
There was, two. Luke Rinaldi and Courtney Shea. They probably did it in parts, so one of them did the detailed ones.
It's like that school team, the school project.
Yeah. I mean, it's good stuff. It's good. I mean, we know it's fact checked.
This is true.
You know?
Unlike the YouTube video that I watched.
Yeah, with Jane with the deformed hands who can't use the shotgun. So we're not doing a creep of the week this week or a current case because we're just having fun.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's how we're doing it.
For cheesy.
So if you like this or us, you can send me an email. CanadianCreepiespodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you follow us at Canadian Creepies, at Down the Crooked Path, and at Radio Valerie. And
we're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Just everywhere.
We dig it.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We're neither of us are on X.
No.
We don't do that.
No.
We don't fuck. We're leftists like that.
True and true. Tried and true.
All right, I'll keep it creepy.
Yeah, keep creeping along and wandering that path.
And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
What up? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Be safe.
Let us know.
Let me know what you're dressed up as.
Yeah, send us pictures.
Yes, I would DM me your Halloween costumes.
We will throw them up on the pages.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
We'll be like fan costumes.
Even better if you send us costumes of your pets.
Yes, and send us pet costumes. Would love
Yeah.
to see that.
All right.
All right. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.